Hey there, it's Pete Thorn. Welcome to my studio, and welcome to the first video in my Wednesday Q&A series. I've been making these Q&A videos for a little while now. They seem quite popular, and people seem to dig it. I like doing them, so I've decided to make it a regular thing. The basic concept is go to my Facebook music page, send me an email there with a question. I'm going to select 5 questions a week and make a new video each week and upload it Wednesday afternoon with answers to your questions. Alrighty, first question. Derek Hope asks, what is my preferred way to record guitar these days? As someone that has a lot of gear and so many options, what do you find yourself using most often? Most often these days, to be honest, it's the PT100 amp from Sir, which is my signature amp, so no surprise there. But it's just super versatile. I can get a lot of tones out of it. I know how to dial it in quickly, and it sounds just great. So of course I'm using that all the time. Into the Sir reactive load, because that's super cool as well. Line out of the reactive load into my UA Apollo interface, and then I add speaker simulation in Logic in my digital audio workstation via an impulse response. And generally I'm using the Ownhammer impulse responses for my speaker simulation. So why do I do it this way? I've got it all set up, it's all dialed in, I can track and get great tones super quick and kind of keep my mind on the music. Not worried about tweaking gear and moving microphones around and stuff like that. I still love miking cabinets, and I do that sometimes for certain tones. You know, it can't be beat. It's just a lot of fun, and I still do that. But yeah, when I'm working quick around here and trying to get some stuff done quickly, and I want to keep my mind focused on getting the work done and on the music, frankly, this new way of doing it with load boxes and impulse responses has just really been a big boon for me, and I think it's a great thing. If you haven't, check out my video on YouTube where I talk all about this stuff. I'll post the link to the video in the video description below so that you can check it out and see what I'm talking about. If you're not sure, you know, if all this sounds like Greek to you, go check out that video and it'll become very clear, I think, what it is I'm referring to here. Okay, question number 2. A fellow named Gerbage, and I think I've got that pronunciation right. I'm sorry if I don't. He's got a Legacy 3 amp from Carvin. It's got MIDI in and out, and he wants to know if he can use that amplifier with the RJM Mastermind pedalboard controller unit. I did a video of that unit, incidentally, recently here on my channel, so check that out if you got more questions on it. But he wants to know if hooking up the Legacy via MIDI to the RJM PBC, if he'll be able to change channels on his amp and also simultaneously switch the effects loops on the PBC and that kind of thing, and do it all with one button push. And the answer is yes, that's exactly what that unit is designed to do. I'm a big fan of the loop switcher units. I've been using them for a number of years now, and yeah, I'm not really a pedal board tap dance kind of guy. You know, I feel like that there's just better ways to do that, namely using a loop switcher. The problem with a pedal board with a bunch of individual pedals on it and no way to control them all at once other than individually turning them on and off is I feel like if you need to go from like a clean sound with some compression and maybe reverb or something to, let's say, a heavily saturated fuzz with some long echo, well, leading up to that change, you're, you know, kind of getting taken out of the music and thinking about what pedal do I need to push, and you know, you're pushing 4 different pedals to get from one tone to the next. And I just don't like that. You know, using a loop switcher and just storing everything as a preset, you can kind of like just focus on the music, stay focused on that, and then, you know, out of the corner of your eye at just the right moment, you can just hit that one button and everything changes, and you can just keep your mind on the music. The sound flows better, everything flows better, it just works really well. So yeah, RJM unit should work fine with your Legacy 3 amp. Contact the manufacturers if you've got specific questions, I would say. So a fellow named Guy, or Guy, sorry I'm having pronunciation problems in this video, but if you're French-Canadian, it's Guy, like Guy Lafleur, the hockey player. Last name Cloutman. You wanted to know about the lick that I play at the end of the Bondi Sick-Ass Overdrive demo video I do. It's kind of a fast lick, sort of A-Dorian sounding, moves from an A chord to an E chord. I had to go back and relearn it. So it sounds something like this up to speed. Something like that. So if I break that down as much as I can, I can't really bust it down note for note for you in this video just because we got to move on to other questions, but I'll try and play it as slow as I can for you. I'll tell you this, I start out with a pick note, I hammer on the next 2, and then I start alternate picking after that, moving through kind of a G major scale pattern that deviates a little bit when I get to the 2nd string because I play the flat 5th on the 2nd string, okay? And then once I get down to there, I start sort of hammering and pulling and work backwards back through the scale. Okay, so slow, it sounds something like this. Always end licks like that with a major 7 chord. That's a good choice. So question number 4 is from Tommy Burrows. He wants to know about the AxeFX Ultra or the Boss GT100. Which one should he get? He could kind of afford either. I can't really steer you one way or another when it comes to that sort of thing. You know, it really depends on the feature set and what you like as far as tones go and all kinds of different things. I'm not going to say one's better than the other. Boss makes great gear and so does Fractal. Especially with the modeling units, it's interesting. There's large camps of people on the internet that really support one or the other, or you know, this one or that unit, and they'll argue about it to no end. And I will say this, you know, there's lots of great stuff out there. If you see a large camp of people supporting a piece of gear with a lot of passion, you can rest assured it's probably a pretty good piece of gear. If like 60% of the people support it and 40% are like kind of, you know, talking trash about it, saying it's not that great, and they got it and traded it for something else right away, well, maybe you should avoid that piece of gear then. You know, get one that mostly has a real passionate community of users that you know, seem really into it, and then you'll probably be fine. But you know, no two pieces of gear are the same. The feature sets are all different. You got to kind of just, you know, write down all the things that you need in a unit and look at that list and then compare it against the feature set of the different ones, and you know, watch YouTube videos, and always, if you can, actually play the thing in a music store or whatever. Maybe you can order from a store that's got a 30-day return policy or something. Give it a good fair shake, you know, but get your hands on it and play it if you can, and then you'll know if it's for you. Question number 5 comes from a user that shall remain anonymous that says, why don't you friend me back? So in other words, they hit me with a friend request or whatever on my personal Facebook page, I think. So I wanted to address that here. I can't hit back everybody that sends me a friend request on my personal Facebook page. Reason being, the more people you add to your Facebook, your personal Facebook, it just becomes like that your feed's full of people that you don't know and all the stuff that's going on in their lives and stuff like that you don't actually personally really have you know, a relationship with. And I like to keep my personal Facebook page mostly at least about, you know, my coworkers or people that I know really well, family, things like that, and be able to see what's going on in their lives with the feed and all that. And you know, so I tend to not friend people that I don't actually know on Facebook. So hopefully you guys understand. It just makes it easier and keeps it a little more streamlined and seems to make sense. But you can always hit me on my Facebook music page, send me an email there. I try and answer those emails as much as I can, either in this format via video, or you know, I try and go through the emails once in a while and eventually send you back an answer. Might take me like a month or two to get to, but if you send me an email there, I'll always try and hit you back and say hey. So, alright, that's it for this video, and please come back and see me again for some more of these videos. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and I'd really appreciate it. Ask me some questions on my Facebook music page. Like I say, send me an email, and I'll try and answer it in one of these Wednesday Q&A videos. Alright, I'll see you real soon. I'm Pete Thorn. Take care.